Good evening, I'm Michael Patterson, and this is Free Press TV, where we take you beyond the headlines to show you how today's decisions connect to history, global politics, and your future. Tonight, a constitutional showdown in the United States as President Donald Trump seizes direct control of Washington, D.C.'s police force in a move sparking legal, political, and international debate. What happened? President Trump removed Washington's local police authority from Mayor Muriel Bowser and installed the head of the D as interim commissioner. Simultaneously, he ordered the National Guard onto D.C. streets, citing crime control. Why now? While Trump frames it as a land order necessity, violent crime in D.C. is actually down year. However, police staffing shortages, over 800 unfilled positions, have given him a political opening. How's the city reacting? Mayor Bowser calls it an unprecedented attack on democracy. The police union says it's the help we've been waiting for. The public remains divided. Some see protection, others see a power grab. This isn't the first time a president has taken over local authority in D.C., but it's rare. 1968 civil unrest after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination, President Lyndon B. Johnson deployed federal forces, taking temporary control over the city's law enforcement. Post-Navi, OMZ, and security oversight in D.C. shifted further to federal agencies, but the local police remained under city control. 2020 George Floyd protests, federal troops and agencies clashed with D.C. leadership after President Trump ordered forces onto city streets without the mayor's consent. Each case left lasting political scars, and each came during a moment of intense national crisis. Washington is not alone in this kind of power dynamic. Ankara, Turkey 2016. Following a failed coup, President Erdogan centralized security control in the capital, citing threats to stability. Moscow, Russia 2011 to 2022. Kremlin gradually eroded municipal powers, replacing local police autonomy with a federally controlled force. Lagos, Nigeria, various years. Federal authorities have temporarily taken control of policing in the capital region during times of unrest, often sparking tensions with state governors. In nearly every example, federal takeovers of a capital S security apparatus are framed as temporary but often become semi-permanent shifts in power. Why Trump can do this? D.C. is not a state, meaning Congress and the president hold ultimate control over its governance, something that wouldn't be possible in, say, New York or California. What happens next? Democrats in Congress are drafting a bill to give D.C. home rule over policing and its National Guard. But with Republicans in control, passage is unlikely. Potential lawsuits. Local leaders are expected to challenge the move in federal court, arguing it violates the spirit, if not the letter, of D.C.'s limited self-governance laws. Scenario 1. Status quo holds. Trump maintains control of the police through the next election cycle, citing improved crime stats. Scenario 2. Political reversal. A new administration or congressional action restores local control. Scenario 3. Permanent federalization. The temporary measure becomes permanent policy, setting a precedent for future presidents to bypass local governments in other cities. Why this matters beyond the US? When the world's most powerful democracy sees its capital lose local policing rights, it raises questions about the resilience of democratic norms everywhere. Whether you're in Lagos, Nairobi, Ankara, or Paris, the tension between local autonomy and central authority is universal. I'm Michael Patterson for Free Press TV. We'll continue following this story, not just from Washington, but with a global lens on how power shifts at the top affect the streets below.